Hey you guys, I thought I would do a pregnancy update since I haven't done one in about a month. And sorry if I sound horrible. I am sick. I got sick from my boys, and my husband is sick, and we're just all sick in the house. Um, Della is painting, and Noah is sleeping, so I thought I would be able to get in a video.
Mama?
Yeah, honey. In a
Later,
second.
later on when Noah's done with his nap, can we go upstairs?
Okay, so, anyway, so yeah, I might be a little interrupted because he's painting. And anyway, so this would be my 28-week pregnancy update. A lot has happened, so I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible. So we'll jump right in. Firstly, the dry skin that I have in my hands has absolutely worsened. It's really, really bad. And that's kind of more of the minimal symptoms. My sleep is improving. I'm actually getting a little more sleep. So my energy isn't probably as bad. It's pretty low still, but it probably isn't as bad. And that could be because the last time I updated, I was doing a glucose screen. I think it was like, what is it, the glucose challenge or the glucose tolerance. I don't know, whichever the 1 hour one is. But I did that, and my numbers came back so high that I don't have to do the 3 hour one, and so I have gestational diabetes again, which has been a complete emotional roller coaster for me. It's done a lot for instance, I was kind of glad to have the diagnosis because it made sense. My symptoms made sense. The lack of energy, the lethargy, just feeling so awful, made sense. So now, we're doing diet control, and my sugar levels are under control. The only issue that I'm having really is that, just like my last pregnancy, my numbers are a bit low for my sugar levels, my glucose levels. They tend to be between normal and low. I don't really get many highs, very, very few high levels. So I still get the crashes of energy. My glucose levels will just drop, and my energy will go right along with it, and then I just feel miserable. So that's happening, but it's a little better because I have my diet, and it seems to have helped with stabilizing my sugar. So there's the update on that. Now this means a lot more medical intervention that I would have liked, that I do, a lot more than I care for. I had a meeting with a nutritionist, which, if I'm going to be really, really frank, was kind of pointless. I've been through this before, and nothing that she told me was new. It's kind of a trial and error thing. I have to figure out what works for me and what doesn't, and basically stick to the general guidelines for diabetic diets. And that's kind of what I've been doing, and that's what I was doing before I met up with her, because I got the diagnosis almost a week before my appointment with her. The next appointment I have is with a nurse, a diabetic nurse. I know that it's mainly just for me, it's mainly just to give her the log that I've been keeping and to show her that I really have been keeping my levels under control. But there's nothing new that she's going to tell me in this consultation that I don't already know, that I haven't learned because of my previous experience or research or doing reading on my own. So again, I know this is probably going to be, a lot of people may not agree, but I find that the consultation is pointless. Unless I need her or need to ask her anything, I don't see the point of having to go out of my way to go see her. It is not easy for us to get babysitters because everybody is busy. They have their own lives, they have work, so it's not the easiest thing. I also have another basic ultrasound just to measure the baby's growth. Oh, well, that's awesome, honey. Yeah, anyway, so we are doing another ultrasound to see where the baby's growth stands. On my last ultrasound, she was right in the average range, so I'm not expecting her to be huge. I think she's going to be bigger than my boys, but my boys were 6 pounds 4 ounces and 6 pounds 9 ounces. So my guess, and I could be completely wrong, but I'm putting her somewhere in the 7-pound range. I think she's going to be bigger than the boys, but I don't think she's going to be huge. So the ultrasounds, I understand. I'm not a big fan of having so many ultrasounds, to be honest. I don't like all that medical intervention, but I can understand the the want to sort of to check up on the baby and make sure she's not looking like she's going to be huge. But other than that, that's what we're doing in this week. And then from there on in, they'll schedule me for the very frequent ultrasounds that I'll be getting, the biophysical profile ultrasounds that I'll be getting on the baby. This also means that I will not be allowed to go past 40 weeks. My doctors won't induce prior to that unless there's a serious medical need for it, but they also will not let me go beyond 40 weeks. So it's a little discouraging because I was really hoping to have an all natural labor for the first time. Like I don't want to do Pitocin again. I have never had a labor where my body has been allowed to just do what it was made to do the natural thing and labor on its own. So I was really looking forward to that, and I still am, and I'd rather try natural methods of induction if it gets to that point before actually going for Pitocin. I'm extremely adamant about that. The other good news is that I called my hospital to kind of just give them a heads up that I'll be going back over there again. I know that I didn't have to, but I also understand that not very many blind patients come in having children, and so just to give them a heads up and kind of let them prep themselves with whatever they feel comfortable with, and for them to make my accommodations that much easier. I don't really require much, just what other mothers, some mothers may request, which I request a lot of skin to skin. I don't like the baby out of the room unless it's absolutely 110% necessary, so I want the baby with me at all times. General things that really don't pertain to my blindness, but in any case, I wanted to give them a heads up because they were really good with me last time. And in that conversation, I found out that they are actually going to install a birthing tub, and it should be ready by the end of the year. So by the time I actually go have my little girl, I should be able to have a water birth, which I'm just beyond praying for. I want one so badly. So that's what I'm hoping for. As long as there's no complications and my doctors are on board with it, which I will discuss with them on my next OB appointment, I should be able to have a water birth. I will at least be able to labor in the tub, if I'm not mistaken, but to actually have the water birth, that's what I'm really shooting for. What else? I bought an exercise ball for a birthing ball, and that came in, and I've been using that, and that's been doing wonders for my back, because my back is killing me. There's some days that I can barely get off of my seat or the bed without my back just being in excruciating pain. So using the birthing ball has really been helpful for that. I actually have a doula this time around, and I was able to speak to her this week, and we came up with a birth plan, one for a water birth and one for just a natural birth. I'm really trying to go for the natural birth. Mainly that water birth. I really want to be able to have the baby in the tub, in the water. So I have I have my birthing plan, I got the birthing ball, I have the doula. I'm really hoping she can make it, because there might be a possibility she might not, and I don't have a backup doula, so I'm really hoping she can make it. What else? Other than that, well, that's a lot. Oh, we actually bought this is not pregnancy related, but we actually bought Noah a toddler bed, because he's just about ready. We actually have a mini crib, we don't have a full-size crib because of space, and he is just about outgrown it. And so we bought that, but that hasn't been going so well. He's really not interested in sleeping in that bed. So it's a slow process. But yeah, that's what's been going on. And Della learned how to read. He finally read his first book all by himself this week. So that was another big deal. Which is not pregnancy related, but I might as well just include it since I'm updating on everything. So yeah, he read his first book all by himself with no help. So which is awesome. And we are getting ready. I've been so lazy with this. Not lazy, just don't have the energy for it and motivation for it. But we are planning Noah's second birthday party, which is coming up in a couple weeks. And so that's something that I have to get really going. But that's what's been going on. That's what's been happening. I know it was a lot, and this update is pretty long, so I apologize for that. But if you guys have any questions or comments, you can just leave them down below. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at MomThroughMyEyes, and check out my blog at www.momthroughmyeyes.com. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching.
Mama, actually, you on your person, the ones I watch on YouTube, you can subscribe and talk to them. The real persons on YouTube.
Yeah, you subscribe and comment. Okay.
Mama, I love you.
I love you too, sweetheart.
And I painted a leaf.
You did? You painted a leaf?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Voiceover on.